as we're underway here in Week 16. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's hitting them out at QB is the former North Carolina Tar Heel, Mitchell Trubisky.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
On first down, Trubisky, and incomplete to open things up. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and now it's second down. And a peek now at the offense for Tampa Bay.
And this offensive line, they're going to have to be a lot better than they were right there. We certainly won't measure them just by one play, but they definitely got a big challenge ahead of them in this one, because this defense, they love to run blitz, and they clog up the running lanes.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Well, look now at our starting defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
This is a unit that understands what needs to be done to stop the run. And they're a team that goes out and executes as well. Yeah, it's the mantra, stop it, but then going out and getting it done. Two different things. They combine them.
On third down, Trubisky. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On second down, here's Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Here's the offense, and we give you too much power here. We let you highlight the player. Why'd you choose Zeitler?
Because I think the big guys up front never get enough credit. Kevin Zeitler, a guard, tough, nasty. We've got to give him some love.
Looking to throw. Walker, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now we get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Pennell gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the shotgun is Trubisky. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. So they are holding down one of the final wild card spots. And with 2 weeks to go, there are others kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And imagine what the talk has been all week within their locker room. And it's really, let's rely on ourselves because they could get help.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He won't get in, but they are going to have the football in a great spot. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
After that play, I think we know one quarterback will be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run forward with Tariq Cohen. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now from back at the 5. This is 3rd and goal. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
The penalty gets them half the distance closer, but they'll still need to come up with something on 3rd and goal. Now Trubisky. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Now on 4th down, Bruce Arians will send out his field goal unit. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. New York set to take the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first down carry for Barkley. The numbers for him from a week ago: 19 carries, 84 yards.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defensive side of the football, the starters here for Tampa Bay. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. Well, how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. And a short gain down to about the 33. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On 3rd down, Walker. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now Trubisky on 1st down. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Powerful running. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And that's a gain of 6 on the first down run. On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Trubisky to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. One receiver to the left is Evans. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 9th touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
1st and goal. Forget running the football. Forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with the pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think 1st and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
Point after here coming up. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Out to the 25-yard line. Here comes. Maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing. It's got to it.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming.
And Tick game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw. Walker. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Walker now throwing on 3rd and long. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Tariq Cohen and the rest of the offense heading back out there. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyler Fackrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Trubisky now off the bootleg. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Giants on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Walker. From the gun, he'll throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A strong running. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. It's caught. Jones. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the 1st down yardage there. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll run it with Cohen. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing here, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Play action. It's Trubisky. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Michael Kendricks able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. On the run, it's Penny. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6. Walker. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Got a man, Slayton. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 17 yards and a giant first down. Looking to throw. Walker. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Here we go, D. It's just
now Saquon Barkley, and an alley to run. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first.
He's got daylight. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scott Miller, 77 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point forthcoming. He's got it, and it's 17-0. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. To throw is Walker on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I won't wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen, and he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, and it's the Panthers who are out in front. Teddy Bridgewater with a touchdown pass. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Patrick Mahomes has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's check in at our nation's capital, see what's happening with the Redskins at home at FedEx Field. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott has run for a touchdown there. In our game, it's been Mitchell Trubisky, who's looked sharp thus far. His guys have the lead as we send you back to MetLife Stadium in Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's Barkley. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Walker. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Walker. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Devin White, the rookie out of LSU, there to bat that one away. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run with Barkley. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And Tate's got it. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. William Golston able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. This is Barkley. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now Walker operating from the gun. Finds his tight end Ingram. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
And sets up the 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Cohen, he'll get 3 up to midfield. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From midfield now, here's Trubisky, and that is incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Trubisky will throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now Cohen. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They go play action. Trubisky. And this is caught by Evans. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 13-yard line. Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. This is Cohen. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The tackle made by Todd Davis. Play action. Now Trubisky. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Precision, precision, precision. That's the definition of it right there. Great pass, great catch for the score.
Yeah, people talk about arm strength all the time. Well, if you're not precise and you're not accurate, the arm strength really doesn't matter. We saw a little bit of everything with that throw.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go!
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That
Thank
means
you.
2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On the run, it's Barkley. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and... That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Even, 4 down.
On 2nd and 11 now. Walker, a short throw to Ingram. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Walker From the gun, he'll throw. Catch made by Slayton. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. On 2nd down and 4. Walker. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Walker now on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. William Golston in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here at MetLife Stadium, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up. Now on 2nd and 13. Walker will get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's Walker to throw on 3rd down. It's caught. Shepard. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun. Walker, throw left side, complete to Ingram. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. To throw is Walker. On first down, a short throw to Ingram. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. On 1st and 10, Walker. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Walker, they'll set up the screen to Barkley. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost. When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
We got 3. We got 3.
Back to throw. Walker. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. There are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Trubisky to throw. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Trubisky now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Cohen. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go play action with Trubisky. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. On the counter, here's Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 4. That is caught by Cohen. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touch lead. And you don't see the fake field goal often. Here it works for a touchdown.
And sometimes you see it called in the biggest stages. How about a couple of years ago, Packers-Seahawks, and the Seahawks trying to rally, fake field goal, help them win it and go to the Super Bowl.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On the draw, this is Barkley. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They run. This is Cohen. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cohen. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. On 3rd down, it's Cohen, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't it?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one isn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on. So for the Bucs, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.